Hello and welcome to Channel Awesome Action News. Today we will be talking about a national park we have decided to research. The national park we have decided to research was Virgin Islands National Park.
The Virgin Islands National Park is 14,689 acres of land. It has 7,259 acres of terrestrial habitat and 5,650 acres of adjacent land. About 411,343 people visit the park per year.
It has miles of lush forest, historic plantation ruins, pristine beaches, and coral reefs filled with marine life. Trails weave by scenic lookout points, many of them ending in a wonderful beach.
The animal inhabitants of this national park are 140 species of birds, 302 species of fish, 7 species of amphibians, and 22 species of mammals, like the mongoose and the wild dehonky.
There are 720 species of plants.
Just to name a few plants, there are water lilies, hibiscus, and heliconia flowers.
This is an example of a water lily. The climate is subtropical, tempered by easterly trade winds, relatively low humidity, little seasonal temperature variation, with the rainy season occurring from May to November.
No, we have to stop because we have to do landforms. The landforms are mountains, large hills, and flatlands.
The park borders are Honeymoon Beach, Maho Bay, and Trunk Bay.
The most popular visitor sites that are beaches are Trunk Bay, Cinnamon Bay, Honeymoon Bay, which is shown here, Hawknest Bay, and Maho Bay, plus Salt Pond Bay.
Some popular visitor activities you can visit 50 islands and low banks, with the largest ones being St. Thomas, St. Croix, and St. John, and exploring lush mountains, tropical forests, curving beaches, and rocky coves.
The park has a lot of history development. In 1956, Lawrence Rockefeller donated 5,000 acres of land to St. John National Park Service.
On August 2nd of that same year, Congress passed legislation to establish the Virgin Islands National Park.
The legislation stipulated, which means made a bargain with St. John, that parks holding on St. John could not exceed 9,485 acres. St. John contained 12,508 acres.
In 1962, the boundaries were expanded to include 5,650 acres of submerged land and water that contain a significant number of coral reefs, shorelines, and marine life.
In 1978, a large portion of Hassel Island, a small island within St. John, was donated to Virgin Islands National Park.
Humans have changed the park a lot over time. For example, most of the vegetation in the Virgin Islands is a second-degree growth.
Most of the land was clear-cut during the colonial period to make way for sugarcane production.
Another example was that humans exploited the ocean for food, national resources, and recreation.
They have all had negative impacts on the ecosystem.
The increase of population along the coast has increased the runoff that travels into the ocean during a rainfall. See you next time on Channel Awesome Action News.